Hello, I'm Scott Patrick. AXS TV is the home to some great programs and concerts. And now you can join the band and play along from the comfort of your television room with the new show, Marty Music Guitar Academy. The beloved guitar instructor and YouTube sensation Marty Music Schwartz has a loyal following of more than 3.8 million subscribers. And now AXS TV is enrolling in the Marty Music Guitar Academy with an all-new instructional series that starts with Summertime Songs and Good Vibe Essentials. We'll talk to Marty in just a moment, but first, here's a preview of Marty Music Guitar Academy.
Hey, what's up? I'm Marty Schwartz. Marty Music Guitar Academy is coming to AXS TV. Are you ready to get schooled in rock riffs? From Hendrix to hair metal and everything in between. Learn tricks and techniques, killer chords, and your favorite licks. Strap on your axe and get ready to rock. Marty Music Guitar Academy, only on AXS TV.
Marty, welcome to Dish in the Dish Studio. First of all, are we talking to Marty Schwartz, melody magician, guitar scholar, rock star instructor, master of strength, electronic guitar educator, all the above?
All of it. Yeah, that's I mean, basically. Well, now that I have a TV show, now it's easier to explain what I do. And I've been joking that now that I have a show, now my mom and my dad can finally tell their friends like what I do without it sounding like it's made up.
Tell us why AXS TV was the right place, the right time for this show.
Well, I mean, since the beginning, as a musician. Since the beginning of AXS TV, I've always admired that as a music-centric channel. And I've always enjoyed the channel with no idea that I would ever be doing something with them. So when we started communicating, it just felt like such a natural fit. Like it felt like, oh yeah, this just feels like exactly, almost like, it was just destined to happen without really ever thinking about it. And then once we started talking and about some ideas, we got excited. So we're gonna go for that kind of Bob Ross of guitar kind of thing.
Absolutely. For me, I don't play guitar, I play drums, which really seemed like a dumb idea when I got to college, because across the hall the guy was playing bye bye, and all the girls were going over to his dorm room and they wouldn't come to my door. I'm sitting there going,
yep,
nothing.
Yep, nothing. No, I know. I mean, you got to figure that one out on your own, but it's pretty obvious.
Well, that's one of the reasons you started playing guitar in high school, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, any guitar player who says otherwise is lying. So I could either lie right now or tell you the truth. And no, of course, like I was a huge music fan. When I learned a couple of chords, that was like learning a magic trick. Because with 3 chords, you could play a million classic songs. And so there was a reward in that. But yes, immediately attention from friends, but yes, from the girls in high school. I still remember, this is a good story, my junior year of high school, I went to a high school party and I remember this guy who was a senior, so he was older, and he had long blonde hair and he was playing acoustic guitar at this party, and the girls were circled around him. They're all like totally mesmerized, singing along. And I saw that and I was like, okay, even just 1% of that, I'm doing better than I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's definitely always something to consider.
Sure. Well, watching the show, it truly is a great hang. I mean, I just saw the first episode, and as soon as you hit those notes, it just brings back so many summer memories. So let's talk about that. This is celebrating summer music, summer guitar things, and you start off with Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, what a great start.
Absolutely. I grew up in Southern California. I actually saw the first show of the Red Hot Chili Peppers' first concert of their Blood Sugar Sex Magic tour with Nirvana and Pearl Jam opening. And I think I was about 16 or 17. So the fact that I'm here 30 years later still playing guitar actually kind of makes sense when you consider that I got to go to that. But they're the sound, of summer, because 75% of their lyrics says the word California.
100%, 100%. And then, of course, Beach Boys as well, Good Vibrations.
Yeah, and they didn't surf, which I love. But yeah, once again, that great feeling of nostalgia you get, but then also just seeing up close, like how someone could play it on the guitar, but you also get to enjoy the music too. I mean, I think it's really interesting.
B flat major. So when it's major, you slide a whole step. When it's minor, you only go a half step.
My favorite of the whole show is Here Comes the Sun. I mean, that's George Harrison. That's always in my mind. And every time I hear that, it's amazing.
Yeah, George Harrison, he's one of my favorite artists. And even with the amazing stuff he's done, still like the kind of underappreciated Beatle. Honestly, when you have Lennon McCartney, it really wouldn't matter who else you were. Throw anyone else in there, like throw Jimi Hendrix in there, it's still, you're going to be kind of in those guys' shadows. But yeah, Here Comes the Sun, absolutely just as perfect, iconic of a song as you can get. And what I really like about that for guitar is that's one of those songs that's actually easier to play than it sounds.
The next thing is with the D chord, there's going to be times with the middle finger off and on.
All right, this teaching world and going to video world started with the student that you were kind of annoyed with.
Yeah, that is definitely a huge part of the kind of happy accident of going into YouTube and all that. Yeah, I had a student, I would say he was probably about 14 or 15. And at that age, unless they're obsessed with guitar, then they've got like lots of other extracurricular activities that their families are putting them into, sports and all these different things. So this one student was kind of one of those kids who, like, he liked it, but he didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Jimi Hendrix riff. And there's this very common, as a guitar teachers or piano teachers would recognize this kind of excuse of like, oh, I forgot how it went, or I couldn't, there's always this like, why they didn't practice excuse. So I think it was the third week in a row, the student kind of gave me the excuse that he did, I just remember him saying, well, I can't remember it, or something like that. And I said, all right, well, you can't give me any more excuses. I'm going to shoot a quick little video of the riff, and then I'm going to put your name in the title, and then I'm going to check how many views the video gets, because it's going to be your name. All you have to do is type your name in to YouTube. Really, YouTube started as an enhancement for me as a private guitar teacher. And then about 2 years in, it switched into becoming the main thing.
And I'm just pulling off that ring finger from the 10 to index on the 9, and that middle finger still ringing out.
Gibson guitar is the best. Are you going to add to that collection? Are you going to come up with your own guitar sometime?
Yeah, actually, thank you for asking. I actually have my own signature guitar coming out in August 22nd, and it's with Epiphone, which is owned by Gibson. It's the more entry level brand. And since I teach so many people and there's so many beginners out there, I tried to make my signature guitar the best, like, entry level guitar that's not, Gibson priced, but the highest level of that at that entry point, so you could actually take it and play gigs and be a professional with it for the rest of your life. But also the ultimate guitar to learn on.
Mhm.
And so that's with Epiphone, and it's
Cool.
a cherry red ES335, very much like Marty McFly and Back to the Future is a big part of that.
That is huge. Do you play
Tiny,
guitar
yeah.
every day?
Yeah, I play guitar every day. It's been 30 years that I've been playing, and I've played it every single day, not because I've had to think about it. I just have that natural feeling that I want to play guitar.
Hmm.
So I play at least an hour a day with no cameras on, not working for the next lesson. I just let myself play freely because it feels good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
I love it.
very cool. And it's great to see this on Access. This could be season after season after season after season.
Well, there's lots that you could teach on guitar, and yeah, I'm reaching this is a new medium. Obviously, television's not a new medium but for what I do and what I've gotten known for, this is brand new for me, and I just hope to keep spreading that love of it.
The chord structure is E minor, A minor, D to G.
Has anybody who's learned from you become a big superstar and gives you the credit for it, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's this great band called the Struts, this great rock band from England, and they're still kind of like up and coming. And that guitar player, told me, he watched videos of me, and there was other people as well, but he literally learned guitar as a teenager, coming home from school and watching YouTube, and they the world, and their singer has sung with Queen, and they're really doing amazing things. Another great rock band, Greta Van Fleet. I got to interview them, and they were very familiar with all of my stuff. But just one of the coolest things ever, and it's recent, is there was some footage of the great, the number one blues rock guitar player right now, Joe Bonamassa. There was some footage of him in the recording studio, and he was wearing a hat with a picture of me on it. And I didn't teach him anything, but that was really a trip for me. And like a good one would be someone like Jimmy Vivino, who was in the Conan O'Brien band.
Yeah.
And I met him years later. He was just like, oh yeah, there were so many times where we had to learn a quick tune because someone came up as a surprise, and we're just like, oh, let's see what Marty's got. So there's so many resources out there, so I don't want to always say it's just me, but because of just the views I've gotten and the way I've stayed consistent for 15 years, I did kind of find the little niches, kind of like the go-to guy that would pop up on their searches. I would joke that you'd have to really not like me to not see me. You'd have to go out of your way to like block me and like put filters in, because otherwise I'm going to pop up,
100%. All right, if you can just talk to disc customers why they should tune in to watch this show.
Yo, what's up? Marty Schwartz here, Marty Music Guitar Academy. We're going to have so much fun learning like the most iconic songs on guitar. But I think what's so awesome is if you don't have a guitar, you can tune in and feel the nostalgia of the most iconic songs of all time, but actually see up close and personal how it's actually done on the guitar. And you're gonna have a lot of fun with me. We'll joke around, we'll have a real good time, and tune in. You won't regret it.
Well, a real blessing to speak with you. So much fun, and truly this first episode's great. Look forward to the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Really cool.
Thanks so much.
Some of my favorite memories took place during the summer, and music was central to so many of them. And playing my Gibson and chilling on a slow summer night has always been one of the best ways for me to pass time. Hey, I hope you had some fun learning these songs with me today, and that they bring you some happy memories this summer as well. Thanks for joining us, and come back next week for another episode of Guitar Academy.
All right, you can join Marty for some fun string-alongs on Marty Music Guitar Academy. on AXS TV. That's channel 167 on Dish. I'm Scott Patrick.